Hey everyone, this is once again Zaragos with Champions Online. Alright, so let's go ahead and I guess we'll work with the Terraforming Spears. So the tall, thin things were the spires, the big, bulky, hulking things we saw were the spheres, like this one. It's where we found most of our terraformers that we were fighting earlier. So that being said, let's go ahead and get that going. Thinking, when I do finally get the opportunity to be able to get some of this done, to get a new pet, I'm wondering if maybe I should go ahead and grab, I'll have to see about this, but if I can grab the little toy guys you get, because even though that's kind of stretching it as far as fitting into the roleplay side of things, well, things are remarkably effective. What can I say? Apparently, at least in this world, equipping teddy bears with rocket launchers is pretty effective. Yes, they do get rocket launchers. And it's more than just teddy bears, admittedly. That's just the more humorous option to me. Anyways, let's go ahead and keep on moving forward here, though. Kick some more tail. Oh, gotta remember, those guys apparently were not in turret mode yet. Let's go ahead. This guy done. And once again, one of the pets has gotten themselves in a bad position and won't be able to attack until they move. Alright. There we go. More boots. This will be the second sphere overload. Whoops. Moved too soon. So it says it's overloading, and I'm like thinking, is that going to actually explode or something, or is it just... Yeah, it's just going to say it's overloading. Alright, whatever. Let's see, I think that's the one we got earlier. I think I got one over here. Looks like it. Okay. Let's see. One bot. Where's the other one? Man, you're a little bit late there, guys. And then naturally I get knocked around all of a sudden. Which means they're still out in the middle of nowhere. Whatever. Excuse me. I've noticed when you're disabled in some fashion, whether you're like knocked down or whatever, you can't actually give pet commands. Alright, ship systems are overloaded, terraforming's for overloading. Alright. So, get back over to here again. And here we go. Access the Gadroon ship. Alright, where are you? Here we go. Foolish humans. See, I have to read it here. Oh, you foolish humans only delay your inevitable conquest. Like you're in a position to speak. Your people are weak, at least compared to our superheroes. You can't. I mean, one superhero takes down how many of you? Yeah, you don't stand a chance. These guys clearly aren't really in a position to fight back. Alright. Alright. Now, I was just wondering, is there anything there? Is that just a normal one? Just a normal one. You guys can go fight it. I'm done. And we can go back and turn that in. Speaking of which, go ahead, dismiss the pets for a moment, since they're just dragging enemies around at the moment, not helping. Oh well. Let's go ahead, and here we go, last one. Wow, it's not just Canada that's in debt to you, it's the entire world. Okay. See, is this one good? Might be. Okay, yeah, it is. Let's see. Yeah, so what happened is that this one is equipped with this. You actually only get a benefit from the cost discount, not the critical strike and dodge chance, even though it says it's on there. So it's not showing up correctly. This is definitely better. This just has cost discount, but that's a different type of core, I think. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave it in there anyways. It's a good one. So we finally got another upgrade. That's good. Weren't seeing a whole lot of them lately. So, alright, let's go ahead and sort that out. And let's move on to the next area. Actually, let's see. Yeah, here we go. Gonna be a bit of a ways out. So, remember I mentioned at one point they kind of made things have big landmarks you could see. Like there's the Teleus' tower. You can see the demon area with a weird mountain off in the distance. This one you can say just because of the fact it's all green and whatnot. Yeah, as you get used to it, you'll start to be able to recognize this. In this case, you see all those pipelines? That's the so-called snow thrush sanctuary. Yeah, so what's actually happening, they'll explain in the meta, is basically it's one of those situations where they claim it's a snow thrush sanctuary, but they're just trying to keep people out so they don't see what's really happening. You know, stereotypical. But, in any case, of course, real corruption is a little more subtle than that. Instead of coming up with a place they say is a sanctuary for, you know, rare birds or something, they'll come up and say that it's good for the environment to drill oil, which they actually did in Alaska. Yes, they used that excuse, and got away with it too. I hate to see those Argent creeps getting away with despoiling this pristine wilderness. They tried to pretend they are a legitimate business, but we all know they're a bunch of crooks, swindlers, and ruthless cutthroats. Let's see what we can do about shutting them down, eh? Good to have you on our side, hero. Keep an eye out for those endangered speckled throat snow thrushes. Do you know nobody's ever actually seen one? Because they don't exist. Make it fast, make it Argent. We really ought to have a handle on the crooked industrials in Argent by now, but there's simply too many of them roaming around their snow thrush preserve. If you could thin their ranks a bit, that might give us the advantage we need to finally put those creeps out of commission. So we just have to be 150. It's repeatable for this area. Argent marching orders. Argent corporate headquarters won't give us a straight story about the Canadian operation, so you have to knock a few heads together to learn the truth. You're up for that job, aren't you, Zaragos? Head southwest to the Argent Snow Thrush Sanctuary and get a hold of the Argent briefings. And eyeing robots. Argent has a new robot design, Meccan Forcers, and we have sent them out to guard their illegal oil pipeline. You bust up a few of them, and that'll discourage them from getting any ideas about mass-producing them. Head towards the pipeline north of the refinery. You'll find these are enemies we've already faced plenty of, actually, so they're already mass-produced. Go figure. But let's go ahead and zip on over. So right now you don't see a lot of missions here. This is one of those ones that picks up the missions as you go kind of thing. Alright. So this is our area I was talking about. You see Meccan Forcers. Alright, let's go ahead. See now, I could shave off about a full second on that animation time if I had taken the appropriate advantages and whatnot, but I just would rather the guys not have to be reinforced, brought back in if possible. That's just my particular approach. The other method is pretty good. But yeah, these guys, the ones with the shields, they can actually block. That's it. That's the Meccan Forcer. So we've actually seen these guys before. Quite a bit. So, I'm not sure why they would do that, but I guess the developers didn't really pay much attention to it anyways. Oh well. Alright, so more Meccan Forcers. I can see a crafting node on radar. Ah, there it is. Okay. Take this thing out. Don't see it with anyone else. Looks like it's alone, but on the other hand, looks like we're about to get an additional ambush here. Robot men patrol. Wonder if that'll count. I mean, it is a Meccan forcer, but it's under a different name for some reason. So let's have to see if that actually counts or not. Yes, it did. Good. That's good. Alrighty then. Okay, up to skill level 48. There we go, this should be within the area still. Hopefully, nope, the munition bots still hadn't gotten anywhere near here. Come on, guys. Fight's gonna be over before you get here at this rate. And it takes a long time to do it if you're not here. Nothing new, I guess. Alright, now it's another one down. Okay. Go ahead and get these guys kicking. Alright. So basically we got this area. What's a little more interesting at least. Basically they've got this big honkin' pipeline where they're sending the oil they've been pulling out. Which is illegal in this case, but, well, they're more about making money than, of course, following the law. So, I mean, I think we've all picked up on that by now. Doesn't take much. Reminds me, there was a very similar group in some ways, Cray, I think they were called, in City of Heroes, the Cray Corporation. So, just kind of something I had noticed. Is that this seems to be a common theme in certain areas. Okay. Should be able to defeat those Meccan forcers soon. If we can get them to actually do some damage to this guy. Well, the truth is, he's 2 levels above me, so I shouldn't be doing as much damage, I guess. If I'm honest about that. Uh-oh. Alright, so we got one pet in one mode and the other pet in the other mode. We're gonna have to resummon them. Get that bug up again. Just keeps happening. Alright, there we go. That's some more damage. There we go. Getting near the end of the pipeline. Looks like we got another crafting node right here, too. Ah, yes. Sorry, we have a line here that says, "Help, help, I'm being repressed." It's a pretty obvious Monty Python quote. Alright, I'm not sure if we're going to actually get the mission from these guys from freeing them, or if we'll get it a little bit later, but I figure we might as well at least see. Yeah, we do get the mission here. Hey bro, thanks for the help. We came here to protest these fascist Argent dudes, and these fascist Argent dudes totally wrecked our bus and held us prisoner. Can you help out my buddies as well? Yep. So that didn't go well for them. Protesting really, doesn't work against people who, don't obey the law. Which, sadly, is something that's coming up a bit more often than it should lately. Alright, so another one of these things. Oh, it looks like we're actually done with the other one. So we're mostly going to be focusing on the personnel and seeing if we could free more of these, protesters. Labeled apparently as hippies. Whatever. Well. You're the voice of Mother Nature. She's sick and needs our help. We do need to take care of things. We should actually be careful with our resources and not just throw it around and all that, but even so. Well. Okay. This is actually going much faster. I think we're almost done with this particular mission. Okay, trying to get these items. Good. Alright. So now we can get more of that done. Let's go ahead and turn that in, I think. Not sure how long it'll take to get the briefings. If we're lucky, they'll give us more missions. And then we can continue from there, though I think that'll be the end of this video. Either way, we've still got at least some progress forward. I'm just still double-checking, seeing what we do have and don't have right now. Let's see. There we go. So I hate to think what would have happened to those protesters if you hadn't helped them. Sure, those dirty hippies smell bad, but they are people too, darn it. Let's see. Eyeing robots. Well done. With fewer of those blasted Meccan robots about, I'll have a chance to inspect that pipeline. No assembly required. We can take out Argent's rank and file soldiers pretty easily, but the Meccan robots are considerably tougher, and there's more of them every day. I just got intel Argent is building those mechanical monsters to the north. This would have stopped these rampaging robots before they are assembled. Enter the abandoned mine in the northern portion of the Argent Snow Thrush Sanctuary and destroy the Meccan parts stockpiled there. Alright. Got all that going. I'm just trying to keep an eye on all the equipment, loot, and such. Should be level 25 for a bunch of it. In any case, I think we're good to go for a lot of this. Hope you're all having fun out there. I'm going to go ahead and call it here, and I'll see you next time.